ain't racism. This is not racism. It's birthright theft. It's cheating and it's conversion, whereby they put the debt on the people of the land, even though the debt ain't real.
Right.
Who think that they're the straw man that the Europeans created to put the debt on the straw man, so we think it's us, and then we say yes, we're it. Meanwhile, they're just discharging crap and living comfortably, moving comfortably. Because they're not concerned with paying off a 30-year mortgage and working every single day.
They're not concerned with that at all.
Did I make this up?
No, we read it.
Okay.
Public. This is all public
Let
information.
me just show you again. Just in case you thought something else.
You take this whole strip right now.
So the mortgage company discharged or released the deed of trust to Gina Raimondo and her husband, which means they do not have to pay anything to be in the house that they are in. Tracking?
They just get to live.
And they get to just be. Meaning they have a better quality of life because they're not working day in and day out, paycheck to paycheck, thinking they have to pay anything because they don't.
Which gives them time to read and study and ask like who they are. So we have that time.
All right, now everyone get away from me. Now I'm playing. Right? So don't let anyone play you. Don't let anyone play you and say, because I just showed you that the top dog knows. All right, peace. So now, knowing that, so we just seen that somehow these Europeans are claiming to be heirs. This is not their land, so how can they be heirs to this land? You've seen that they were claiming a corporate address in a corporation. So they're not actually claiming the land because they can't claim the land. I remember I was talking to this woman and we were talking about, we actually weren't even talking about rights of indigenous people, but we were talking about how our people are homeless and stuff like that. And she was homeless. She was Asiatic. And it inspired me to do this little video that I did showing abandoned houses. And then I was talking about rights of indigenous people and I wrote this little letter. It's going to be in the end of my second book. And there's no reason why any indigenous person should be homeless. And this stuff makes me want to cry. Because I remember I was walking home from the post office, and I'm probably going to try and see. And this older woman walked up to me, and she asked me for $1. And then we started talking. She's homeless, so her mind's messed up. And she was telling me how the Europeans, she was in an apartment. The Europeans walked on the door and put in an eviction notice. Actually, no, they didn't put an eviction notice on. They said you have to get out. And this woman, she was like 50 years old, something like that. Asiatic woman, indigenous woman. You have to get out. She said she was kicked out of her house in 10 minutes. No paperwork, nothing. They just said get out. This shit is not a game. Our people are suffering. They said get out, and she couldn't fight them. Not only that, but her mind was messed up because the quality of life is so poor. It's causing this kind of stuff. It's causing mental anguish. It's causing mental instability. But these people know this is not happening to them. It's not racism. This is not happening to them. You know what I'm saying? So while we're dealing with this stuff, remember, I was walking home. There was Crossroads, right? For homeless people, nothing but our people, and then a few Europeans. I'm walking by and I see this Asiatic woman just in the grass, laying in the grass. How are you homeless with all these abandoned homes? Right? So then also back to the woman I was talking about. She spoke to the mayor, Georgie Lorza, and she proposed to him because it was some college meeting or whatever. She proposed to him, how about we fix these houses up for homeless people? He said, we can't find the owners. The owners can't be contacted. Because the owners don't know that they're the owners. And then we got these black leaders and these Indian leaders claiming that we're black and Indian while they know this. Watch there's a so-called Indian chief here. You'll watch one of his videos and he'll reference Black's Law Dictionary 2nd edition. Then he'll say he's arguing why we should be called Indians and not Native Americans. Then he'll say, well, just go to the law. It doesn't matter what you were taught. It matters what it is. Well, how come he's not telling people that Indian title is not ownership? How come he's not telling people that these Europeans are discharging their debt, living a good life while struggling? How come he's not telling you that? And then you'll look at the joint memorandum of understanding between the Narragansett Tribe and Indians, which is the Rhode Island Corporation, and the state of Rhode Island. They sold everything to them. And they agreed, even though they can't sell it, they agreed that their laws would apply to them. That's why our people are suffering, because our leaders are cowards. Right? So, back to this. Excuse me for crying.
No, you did, Jared.
So, when you're dealing with them discharging the debt, this is the law that applies to it. Also, this right here.